When I think of the Northwell cancer community, I feel proud.
I feel victorious.
I feel love.
When I think of our Northwell Health cancer community, I feel humbled.
Because of the Northwell cancer community's openness and because of their sensitivity to each individual's need and not a one-size-fits-all, I have been adopted into the family and cared for.
Our Northwell cancer community is robust.
It has a multidisciplinary approach to really providing individualized care to them.
They gave me a nutritionist to tell me what I would eat and how to eat it and what's good for cancer, not good for cancer.
From patient care to basic science and translational research to clinical trials to outreach to education.
We have a large group of physicians and researchers, nurses and clinical staff, all working in unison to provide the best quality care for our cancer patients.
I find strength and connection.
In knowledge.
In my faith.
I have strength, but the patients that I see.
If there's anything I've learned within this pandemic, within this specialty and the direct patient care here, it's being together. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you believe in. We're here for one another.
We're so close-knit that I may not see you for months on end, but when I see you, it's like, oh, we never missed any time together.
It's just a warm bunch of people that help you through a miserable time.
I am motivated by our patients.
By trust.
By the strength and courage.
Excellent patient care and survivorship.
I am motivated by my team and how incredible they are on a daily basis.
We are going to do our best to encourage each other, to enhance each other, to welcome each other, and we'll get through this together. We're a family.
Hello and welcome to our first ever Virtual Cancer Survivors Day, brought to you by the Northwell Health Cancer Institute. I'm your host, Tynia Brandon, and I'm so happy to be here with you on this special day. Today's program is filled with distinguished speakers, exciting surprises, and most importantly, appearances by you, the members of this wonderful community. Through these stories and performances, we hope you feel uplifted and ready for the next step in your journey. So, without further ado, let's get started. Please welcome Dr. Richard Barakat, Physician-in-Chief and Director of the Northwell Health Cancer Institute.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Barakat. I'm the Physician-in-Chief and Director of the Northwell Health Cancer Institute. I'd like to welcome you this afternoon to my favorite day of the year, the Don Monti Cancer Survivors Day. And this year, we'll be reaching more patients than ever due to our online program. The Northwell Health Cancer Institute takes care of more New Yorkers with cancer than any other healthcare system. In addition, throughout our 9 ambulatory cancer centers and our hospitals on Long Island, Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan, and Westchester, we provide everything from screening and diagnosis through treatment through end-of-life care. In addition, we provide our cancer patients with a multitude of medical specialties to take care of all of their medical needs, whether they're cardiac issues, lung issues, diabetes, mental health issues, palliative care. Because we see so many patients with cancer, we realize that cancer does not occur in a vacuum, and we provide care for all of our patients' needs, including nutritional counseling, social work, mental health care, and rehab. Survivorship begins on day 1, and we know that the issues that patients struggle with do not end once the treatment for their cancer is over. There may be long-lasting side effects that they have to deal with, and that's why we provide comprehensive medical services for our patients well after their cancer treatment is completed. And with over 17 million cancer survivors in the United States, this will continue to be a major issue that we are uniquely prepared to care for. So even though we aren't together this year, we look forward to Survivors Day next year, when hopefully we can all be together to celebrate our heroes, our cancer survivors. Now I'd like to introduce you to a handful of our cancer care team so that you can hear in their own words how our survivors inspire them every day to care for them in the best way possible.
Hi, I'm Danielle Ferguson. I'm the director of the Riverhead Cancer Center. We want you to know that we're here for you, we stand behind you, and you are our true heroes.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Elkenmeister from the Riverhead Cancer Center. You all are inspiration to us every day.
You are braver than you seem. Courage. You are braver than you believe.
Conquer. Hope is the only thing stronger than fear.
Faith. Strength. You are stronger than you seem.
Amazing. Fearless. Never give in, never give up.
Here at Imbert, we'd like to salute all of our survivors. We'd like to tell you how much you inspire us every day with your courage and your fortitude.
The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen.
We are the radiation medicine team at Phelps Memorial Hospital, and we have a special message for you. We're motivated by all of our patients that become part of our family from the first to the very last day. We honor your bravery and celebrate your triumphs and everything in between.
Hi, I'm the director of the Cancer Center at Phelps, and I wanted to let you know that my team is here for you.
We want you to know how proud we are of you. You did it, and we celebrate you during this time.
support you at Northwell Health Imaging at Smithtown.
Hello, we are the radiation medicine team at Northern Westchester Hospital in Mount Kisco, New York. We are motivated by you because you are an inspiration,
Strong,
Teamwork,
loved, survivor,
Powerful.
hopeful,
unstoppable, caring, creating a world of survivors one patient at a time.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I've been an oncology nurse for over 30 years, and I have met some phenomenal people in that time. I've seen resilience, and I've learned so much about the meaning of life and gratitude. I have you to thank for that. Today's a day we celebrate survivorship, but we celebrate it every day. Every day, I celebrate you.
Your strength is our strength.
We are Sayouen Imaging.
You are braver than you believe.
You are stronger than you seem.
You are smarter than you think.
You are loved more than you know. Never, never,
Never,
never
ever
Give up.
Here we are, Urology at CFAM.
We're here for you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Dowling. I'm the president and the CEO of this wonderful organization, Northwell. And I just want to take a moment at the beginning of this event to welcome you. The Don Monti Cancer Survivors Day has been a special event for many, 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 many years. And as many of you know, we have been doing it in person during most of those years. And of course now, because of the circumstance, we're doing it virtually. But that doesn't change the importance of it, of the message that you will hear during today. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you. This is an opportunity to say thanks to your friends, to your family members, all of those that have been of assistance and help to you during difficult times and during not so difficult times. It's also an opportunity to say thanks to all of the medical staff, nurses, doctors, and others that have also been of assistance. I know many of you have had relationships with many of our staff for many, many years. I know you put your trust in them. I know that they are dedicated to your well-being, to your continued health, to long life. So this is a day to celebrate, especially after the year we have been through. This is a day to demonstrate optimism, to understand the reality of life, the importance of it, the importance of family, the importance of relationships, and the importance of an organization like Northwell working with you so that we can mutually help each other. As you know, we are one of the larger cancer providers in New York. In fact, we are the largest cancer provider in New York. We have great leadership, great staff, do phenomenal research, and we aspire to continue to be the best. And we do that with you. We are partners in life. We are partners in health. So I want to say again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully next year we will be back again and be able to do it in person so that we can share stories together and say again, congratulations to each other. Thank you again and welcome.
Thank you, Michael Dowling, for that powerful message. And speaking of health in our communities, I think it's time to get moving. To lead us in a 5-minute stretch and movement exercise, please welcome a key member from our Oncology Rehabilitation Program, Soyouen.
Hi, my name is Soyouen. I'm a board-certified oncologic physical therapist. I work with the cancer patient every day in the clinic. It is important to continue to do exercise in daily routines. Let's get started to get you fit. All right, are you guys ready? Let's start it. We're gonna start with the breathing exercise. You're gonna put your hands on your belly, and then you're gonna take a deep breath in, and then you're gonna breathe out. When you breathe out, make sure that take it out all your breath out. Do it again. So this exercise will help out open up the lymphatic channel and then stimulating the lymphatic channel to make your muscle relax before we start to do arm exercise. Okay, let's get into the arm exercise. So put your hands on, cross your arms, and then you're gonna turn. And then you hold it about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna turn the other way. And then 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to the side. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna go turn the other way. 1, 2, 3. This one will help us stretching out all your sides and the back of your muscles. The next exercise is a gentle range of motion exercise for your arm. So you're gonna bring your arms forward about 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can do about 2 sets of 10 at home if you want to continue to exercise. Next exercise, you're going to bring out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, you can do about 10 times 2 sets. If you're getting stronger, you can add some weights 1 or 2 pounds later. The last exercise is gonna be bring your arms in the midline and then you're gonna make a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This exercise will help you strengthening your arms. Let's move on to the leg exercise. We're gonna start with gentle marching exercise. So you can just march like this. If you're having a hard time to marching like this, for your balance, you can keep your hands onto the chair and then you can do marching. Try to bring your leg as much as possible. It will help out to strengthening your hip and then your knee. And then we can move on to the calf exercise. So you're gonna bring your heel all the way up and then down. We're gonna do the 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna finish up with some stretching exercise. So you're gonna bring your leg forward and then you're gonna lean on it and then you're gonna feel the good stretching on your calf and then through your hamstring muscle, which is your back of the hip. And then you hold it about 5 to 10 seconds. And then you're gonna switch the leg and then lean forward. Hold it about 5 to 10 seconds. You can do about 2 times and then come back. And let's finish out with a balance exercise. The first balance exercise, you're gonna put all feet together, and then you're gonna start with cross your arm and then hold it. If you're doing great, you don't lose your balance, you can close your eyes and hold for 5 seconds. If you feel like you're losing your balance, you're gonna bring your hands out to the side and then hold it. So about 5 seconds, and then you can open your eyes and then bring your arms on down. The second balance exercise is gonna be bring your feet all together at the one line and then try to bring your arms out to the side. You're gonna feel like you're wobbly. Hold on to the chair and then you can start with this way first. So you hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. If you've stabilized it, you can bring your arms in again and then try to balance your exercise. This exercise, all balance exercise, is really great for the patient who have a neuropathy or going through the chemo that they are losing their deconditioning. The last exercise is going to be single leg stand. Hold on to the chair first. You can start from here. If you feel like you stabilize it, you can let go and then try to hold it one leg. See, I'm holding it and then I'm going to hold it. And then coming down, you're going to switch to the other leg. Try to do it. If you feel like losing your balance, hold into the chair. That's all the time we have. Remember to continue to exercise at home. Thank you so much.
Did everyone feel that stretch? I know I did. Thanks again to Soy for leading us through those exercises.
Hi, my name is Lisa Cusano, and I am from Albertson, New York. I created 4 pieces of art. I chose subject matter that would be uplifting and bright and happy. I'd like to share how art therapy and art helped me through my cancer journey. I chose at the beginning, but more so during my diagnosis, to use art. But it sort of gave me peace and a place to put my energy, painting, drawing, journaling with illustrations. So the art for me, my whole life has been part of my calm and my happiness. But through this very difficult time, it saved me, truly. Pick up paintbrush, some crayons, chalk, cut paper. It's all art. And the end result isn't really what's so important, it's the process. It became my safe place. And I think art for everybody is really a safe place. As a teacher teaching 2-year-olds, I put art out and they're just cutting and pasting and gluing. So any age, trained or untrained, I think anyone who's going through these times, these difficult times, art is very, very cathartic.
Up next, I want to introduce something very special, a unique and relaxing art piece made just for you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Wow, that was amazing. Who knew that sand could be turned into such beautiful art? A big thanks to the talented artist and team who brought our sand masterpiece together. Now, it's my sincere honor to welcome this next speaker from the family who makes this wonderful event possible every year. Please welcome Caroline Monti Saladino.
Good morning, everyone. Whether it's morning where you are or afternoon, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that we are all together again. I'm at a disadvantage. I cannot see you, you can see me, and this is Rocky, you can see him. But what I loved the most about Survivor's Day was when I stood at the podium all those years and I looked at all of you and I said, and I'm getting emotional, are you happy to be here? And I heard 2,000 voices scream, yes. Please, in your home, watching this, just say that word, yes, I'm happy to be here. And we all are, because we've gone through such a difficult 15 months. I call it the year of the 2 C's. We've dealt with our cancers and we've dealt with COVID. And the fact that we could get through both is a testament to our will, the love that surrounds us, and incredibly important is the people that surround us in the Northwell Health system. Our doctors, our nurses, healthcare providers, they all, as you know, are our heroes. And we have all managed to get through these times, whether it was virtually, whether it was an in-person interview or appointment, whatever it was, we were on their radar, they took care of us, and they got us through this very difficult time. Now I'm looking forward to hopefully a better year for all of us, that we can get through this and continue to grow in health and in well-being, mentally and physically, and come out of this with a new perspective on life, that it was another journey that we didn't intend to take, but was forced on us. And now the journey should be more towards recuperation, health, getting back into life, enjoying our families, our friends, and putting COVID and cancer behind us. And with that thought, I will give you my mother's words that we should live each day with faith, with hope, with, most importantly, with love. God bless you all, and I hope and pray that next year we will be able to be together and I can hear you all collectively say, yes.
Thank you, Caroline. That was a beautiful message, and I know everyone is thankful for you and your family's generosity. This next segment is one of my favorites because it features advice from our amazing caregivers, survivors, and nurses. Let's take a look.
So my top 3 tips for caregivers of cancer survivors would first to know that it's okay to ask for help when you need it.
There's always going to be people that are going to offer to help, and you should take the help. You're going to need it.
Let people support you. Let people give whatever they're willing to give, whether it's be a conversation or a text, or it means everything.
Any bit of encouragement that you give is welcome.
Caregivers should know that you're going to have your down days. They have to be willing to just take the ride with you.
We, your support team, are going to help you muddle through it. We're going to work with you to get through it.
As a survivor, I want caregivers to know that we appreciate you and love you so much, even if we don't share those words all the time because we're not feeling good or we're kind of having a bad day. We couldn't do this without you, and we appreciate and love you. It's really important to take care of yourself to be able to provide the best care you can for your loved one.
The other tip is to know that sometimes it's just cool to listen.
Try to make the best of the time that you have with the person who has cancer.
Cancer is one of those things where you're not in control. And so information is control. And I would certainly, as a cancer patient, very, very early on, reach out for information, whether it's from, the healthcare community at, the Monti Cancer Center, your physicians, PAs, nurses, techs. Try to, get as much information as you can.
Practice daily gratitude. I utilize a journal every day that I write 5 things I'm grateful for, no matter how I'm feeling, if I'm having a bad day or a good day. And I think it's really helpful and just starts off my day on the right note.
I created a photographic journey as I went through breast cancer. And I basically used this to celebrate every single milestone as well as grieve the losses along the way.
Sometimes there's going to be moments of sadness, depression, fear, anxiety, apprehension. Run with it.
It's okay to have conflicting emotions all at once at the same time.
Going through this journey is going to make you see life in a different way.
I know that you don't believe this now, but cancer is going to change you in unimaginable and positive, transformational ways.
And now I would like to introduce Dr. Catherine Alfano, who will be joined in conversation by our special guest, Carol Silva, veteran News 12 anchor and survivor.
I'm Dr. Catherine Alfano, the Vice President for Cancer Care Management and Research at Northwell Health, and I am so happy to be part of this event today. Transforming our care in ways that help our patients thrive or have the best long-term health and well-being they can is literally my job description. And thriving is relevant whether you're living with cancer or living cancer-free. The goal is living your best life for as long as you can. I'm thrilled that we have Carol Silva, Emmy award-winning veteran News 12 anchor here to talk with us today. Carol, thank you for being here. Let's launch right in. Tell us about your experience with cancer.
Thank you so much. I'm thriving. I'll start with that. And I'm thriving because of Northwell. I'm going to take you back to June of 2019. I made an incredibly radical decision. I was going to retire after 44 years in radio and television news. And I announced it in June. In July, I was invited to host what would be one of the pinnacles of my career, an international women's conference. It was happening September 16th. I had one goal: don't cough. And then my secondary goal was to get the information out there and bring these women together. It was a chronic cough that I had had on and off for years, but really for the last year, and we couldn't seem to get a handle on it. Ultimately, I did the conference. I did not cough for the hour and a half that I led that seminar. I was back on the air at News 12 Long Island in the morning 2 days later, and coughs were exploding out of my words. And I went to see my pulmonologist that day. He did an x-ray, and I found out that I had a tumor the size of a golf ball in my lung. And eventually, as I had other tests, I had that surgery, I had biopsies, I found out that I had stage 4 cancer, and it had moved from the tumor here to 12 tumors in my brain. I had the most incredible, just the most incredible list of doctors who I was able to see. And eventually I met my oncologist. She is the conductor of my orchestra, of all the other doctors, of all the tests, of everything that's happened since then. And other doctors in my circle of care describe her as the most brilliant doctor that they've ever met. Her name is Dr. Naga Sitharamu, and she is amazing. I met with her PA, my husband, and my best friend after I'd had a bunch of tests. And Dr. Sitharamu said to me, well, you have stage 4 cancer. And the first words that came out of my mouth were, thank you, God, for my healing. I wasn't looking for them. I wasn't looking for anything special to say. Those words poured out of me. And Kira Barnaby, Dr. Sitharamu's PA, asked me later, where did that come from? And it came from the faith that was instilled in me at home when I was a child, the optimism that I saw in my home when I was a child.
Thank you for sharing that story. You know, we know from the research that's been done with cancer survivors that when you're dealing with cancer, as you said, Carol, there are some bad days. There are also some good days. And in fact, there are also some bright spots. Many people actually report that their life has changed by cancer in some really positive ways, like reprioritizing their time for friends, family, or finally making a commitment to eating healthy and being active and prioritizing their health for the first time. These things can really contribute to thriving. So Carol, I'm wondering, help us understand what helps you thrive during your journey.
I guess those things were always a part of my life anyway. I've been a vegetarian for 40 years. I'm a walker. I used to be a swimmer. So those things, I think letting people in to surround me, asking for help when I needed it, and also putting up boundaries when I needed to be alone or I needed to handle something myself. Those are some of the things that helped me thrive. One of the really important things to me, and it's something that I learned at home, we always have the choice. We don't have a choice in what's going to happen to us in life so often, but we always have a choice of how we react to it. And what do we repeat to ourselves over and over again? And I had the choice of saying, I have cancer. I have stage 4 cancer. That's so scary. That's so terrible. That wouldn't have done me any good. It's not my nature, but it wouldn't have done me any good. And I think an important part of my thriving was, this is just a bump in the road. I mean, these are the things that I was saying to myself. And people have been saying to me, I am so sorry for you. And I've said, this has been one of the most incredible spiritual experiences of my life. If you asked me, did I want to trade this experience back in? I'd have to say no. But I think that really one of the most important things is, what are we repeating to ourselves? You know, one of my pieces of advice for other people with cancer is write down how you're feeling. I mean, we have every right to be terrified, angry, think that it's unfair. Write it all down, get it out, but also write down our successes. I walked today. In fact, I walked so much during my treatment, my little 12-pound dog was exhausted. She was begging me, no more walking, please. It was the year of COVID, so I walked with friends. I walked in the planting fields in Oyster Bay. I walked, you know, in a safe way, but I got out there. I got around other people in a safe way and in a positive way. And I'd say, hey, I don't want to talk about that. That's such a small part of my life and such a small part of my story. And we can choose whether to magnify that or whether to try to right size it. And I think that was a big help to me too. That's helped me thrive.
So that's fantastic. It sounds like you've really written this into the narrative of your life. You know, you've really threaded it in and threaded it through. You know, you got into some of this, but what other tips do you want to share with anyone who's coping with cancer or living with the after effects of cancer right now?
I have to say that I love the fact that my doctors and even Chung Lee, who's the head of pharmacy, everybody's treated me like a person. At one point, I had 3 hours of gamma knife, not surgery. I called it laser tag that Dr. Goenka did to my brain. And much of it was back here. And I lost a fair amount of my hair. And anybody could say to me, don't worry, you look beautiful. It would be okay. No, it wasn't okay for me. And so don't tell, this would be for caregivers, don't tell us how to feel. Listen to how we feel. I think a great question for a caregiver is to say, How do you want to be loved today? What can I do to help you, instead of you, the caregivers, deciding you have to eat more, you should eat this, you shouldn't eat that? By the way, I think ice cream kind of helps to cure everything. That's just, I'm not a doctor, I'm just Dr. Mom. I think ice cream is awesome. So no matter what anybody says, just once in a while, you slip that in there. Do those things that make you happy, but don't be afraid to express yourself as a cancer patient. When I went to my doctors, and the doctors are so busy, when I went to my doctors, I made sure that I had my list of questions there. And even though the doctors are busy, and I felt like they were giving me time, but if I thought they'd given me enough time, but more questions were created in my brain, you have a right to ask those questions. Be efficient about them, write them down. It's also a good idea to bring somebody with you. I brought my husband and I brought my best friend in the beginning of my diagnosis when I could, before COVID. And there was one day, my husband was concerned. He wants me to live forever. And he was starting to ask questions in the midst of my questions because he was so concerned. And I finally had to set a boundary there and say, please bring a pen and paper and write down everything you're concerned about. But I have to go with the flow so that this information can become a part of me. I need to ask my questions first. I really appreciate being backed up, but please give me the opportunity to do what I have to do first. I'm not a big one on reading everything on the internet because I think that you can take in too much negative information, but there are some support groups, and go to your doctors and say, I need support. I can't keep talking to my friends, my husband, my family about it. Who would you recommend? Ask for help, get the help you need, set the boundaries, and, learn to stand up for yourself a bit. It's very healthy. I have one piece of information, if I could, for visitors.
Please.
If you're a visitor, it's the same as if somebody had a baby. Don't just assume that you can pop into a home, because a cancer patient may have had a procedure, may have had a treatment. We can be tired. We don't have our makeup and our hair the way that we want to be for the world. So just dropping in is not necessarily a great idea. And if you come, you don't come so that the patient has to get up and offer you something to drink or something to eat or get you a plate. You come with anything to serve. But I would advise that you please call ahead and check ahead and make sure it's okay, even though you have the best of intentions.
Yeah, that's so important. I've heard so many of our cancer survivors talking about that. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Carol, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing your experiences and your helpful advice. I am sure that your words have been helpful for the other survivors who have joined us today. One of the main takeaways that I want to convey to everyone who participates in our event is that you are not going through your cancer journey alone. You have a huge community around you who understands what you're going through. We have 17 million cancer survivors living in the United States today. We also have a team of specially trained clinicians and program leaders across Northwell Health who are here to help you every step of the way, caring for you through cancer and helping you thrive for the long term. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. Be healthy, everybody.
Thank you for sharing your story, Carol. It was so empowering and inspirational. Whether you are on your cancer journey, a caregiver, or looking for ways to help a survivor, proper nutrition is extremely important. Here to demonstrate how to make a healthy fall treat, please welcome Chef Brian from South Shore University Hospital and Stefanie, one of our very own Northwell Cancer Institute nutritionists. Take it away, you two.
Hi, I'm Stefanie Grzancic, registered dietitian with the Northwell Health Cancer Institute.
Hi, I'm Executive Chef Brian Sauer at South Shore University Hospital. Fall is a time for warm flavors and hearty indulgences. Today, we're going to make a healthy, seasonal farmhouse farro salad incorporating the season's flavors.
This salad is packed with nutrients, specifically antioxidants. Antioxidants are powerhouses for our bodies. They help protect us against damage caused by free radicals.
To get started with this healthy choice, it calls for farro, which brings a real heartiness to this fall salad. The catch is that you have to pre-plan for farro. It's easiest to make a big batch and keep it around all week. Cook it in boiling water for approximately 45 minutes until it's tender. It's 3-to-1 ratio, 3 parts water or stock to 1 part farro.
Farro is actually my favorite grain. It's what we call an ancient grain. It's packed with fiber, and it also contains protein. The fiber keeps us regular. It's great for gut health, and it also regulates our blood sugar. The protein will help us stay fuller longer.
Next, we're going to make a homemade dressing. Start with our ingredients. First, extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil is actually one of the healthiest oils because it's less processed.
Next, we're going to do Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard is low in calorie and it adds a very distinct flavor.
Next, we're going to do apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar is actually a natural probiotic, which is great for our gut health.
And for a touch of sweetness, maple syrup.
And maple syrup just makes it taste even better.
Now that the dressing is made, let's get assemble our salad. We're going to add our kale.
Kale is actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, full of antioxidants, vitamins A and C, and lots of fiber.
Salad greens.
The salad greens add a lot of bulk to the salad, which helps us stay fuller longer.
Sliced radishes. Toasted almonds.
You could use any nut in this salad. Nuts add healthy fats, which are great for inflammation. Also add a lot of crunch to the salad.
Our farro's going to go in now.
And our farro, again, is increasing the fiber and add some protein.
Roasted sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes add, again, a lot of fiber, antioxidants. The nutrients in the sweet potato is actually what gives it that bold orange flavor.
A little freshness with some parsley. Next, we're going to make a few carrot ribbons. You can take a carrot, slice the front of it, and you can have your slicer and just go very gently and make a nice one. It has a good presentation to it, nice orange curls, give it a little bit of color, and a nice crunch.
Yeah, that makes it look beautiful. Carrots, again, bold flavors, lots of antioxidants, a lot of fiber, vitamins, nutrients.
And lastly, we're going to dice our apple.
And the apple is going to give it a little bit of sweetness. Apples also have so much beneficial properties to them, especially when they're in their full form, like it is in this salad.
Now we put our dressing back in. Now we're going to toss to coat it. Now we're going to plate up our salad.
This salad could be used as a main meal if you add some additional protein, or it would be great as a side.
Thank you for joining us today.
And thank you for being a part of Northwell's Cancer Survivors Day.
That salad looked delicious. Many thanks to our chef. I'm sure we all can't wait to try it. I am Michael Epstein, Chairman of the Board of Northwell Health, and I'm honored to be with you today. You are all such an inspiration. Your life's journey is a source of strength, resilience, and fortitude, a great cause for celebration. We are deeply grateful, and we are mindful every day of the enormous responsibility that you have given the entire Northwell team as a partner in your journey. Coretta Scott King, wife of Dr. Martin Luther King, one of my heroes, wrote, "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." At Northwell, we strive to make this greatness of community a reality by bringing compassionate care, advances in research, technology, and cutting-edge treatments. Every day, our doctors, nurses, scientists, and caregivers work hard to enable us to care better for you, your families, your friends, and all of our neighbors. This video is a testament to our community. To everyone who made this year's celebration a success, thank you so much. I look forward to being together with you in person next year to celebrate. Thank you.
Well, we're almost to the end of our program, and I want to say it has been my absolute pleasure being your host. Thank you to all of our speakers, performers, and special guests for making this event one to remember. We hope you learned so much about the Northwell Health Cancer Institute and how we celebrate our survivors each and every day. Now, before we go, we have one more surprise performance for you. Please welcome our very own Northwell Nurse Choir.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times Silence is quiet. Feels like it's getting hard to breathe. Know you feel like dying. Together we'll bring the world to its feet. Mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you,
You are not alone. Whether you're a caregiver, whether you're a survivor of cancer.
What I would like to say to the Northwell cancer community is thank you. We met some of the best doctors and nurses.
To the nurses that were taking care of me, I am so thankful.
There are many great physicians there, one that you can relate to personally and respect professionally, and let them do their thing. And their thing is to save lives.
We're here to walk alongside you through your process. We really do believe the importance of supporting both your physical and mental health. So please don't be hesitant to tell us if you could use some more support.
Caregivers and support team members, keep doing your thing. Keep supporting. Keep being that ultimate caregiver. Because again, we, the patients, cannot do it without you.
When you start this journey, obviously you're worried, but know that you can get through it and you'll come out on the other end stronger, better. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, loved more than you know. Never, never give up.
In 2004, to celebrate, I did the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Light the Night Walk. The highlight of my walk was walking alongside the Northwell Hospital team, the doctors and nurses who took care of me. I want to thank them as a survivor.
What I'd like to say first to my doctors and my healthcare team is thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Northwell.
All I can say is thank you to all of them.
Thank you for your striving for excellence.
I want to thank everybody.
Thank you as a Northwell cancer community for providing strength to the fight against something that we will conquer one day. And we do this together as a family, for our family, and we'll stay strong like a family.